Hey, what's up? My name is Tristan Sagastumi. We're here at the Twin Cities Fantasy Factory today, and I'm going to teach you how to front flip. Alright you guys, first things first, front flips are an advanced trick. They're very hard to do, they're very dangerous. I'd highly recommend trying them in a foam pit before anywhere else. Just remember to wear your helmet and stay safe. So now before you start trying front flips in the foam pit, I'm going to have you try this exercise on flat ground first. Pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to roll at a fairly slow speed, and you're going to kind of lean back like you're going to pop a manual, but you're going to pull your brakes at the exact same time. Now you're going to kind of feel your brakes catch, and you're going to almost feel your body thrust forward. This is the exact same feeling that you want to feel off the launch of the jump. As you're approaching the jump, you're going to want to go about the same speed you would to do a backflip. And as you're riding up the ramp, you're going to kind of have your weight set back. Now the reason why you want your weight set back is because in this way, you have all this room to throw your body over the handlebars. You have all that room to just thrust your weight forward. Now as you're going up the ramp, you're going to have your weight back, and you're going to kind of wait until your front wheel is just about to go off the launch of the jump. Then you're going to do that exercise that I taught you on flat ground, where you pull your brakes and kind of jerk back at the same time. And then by the time your brakes lock, your front wheel is going to be off the launch of the lip, and you're going to throw your weight over the handlebars, causing the front flip. Now that you're at this point in the trick, you're fully committed, there's no turning back now. You're already off the launch of the jump, so to make sure that you get the front flip around as best as you can, you got to kick the bike into you as hard as you can. The harder you kick it into you, the more momentum you have. And pretty much throughout the whole front flip, you're going to stay tucked up in that little ball to ensure that the momentum stays with you. While you're in the front flip, you're pretty much going to be blind the entire time. You're not going to be able to see your landing until the very last second. So as you're kind of 3/4 of the way around, you're going to kind of want to look straight down to try and see your landing as soon as possible, so then you can open up and land as best as you can. Now if you're brakeless and you want to learn front flips, luckily it can still be done. Pretty much what you're going to have to do different is you're just going to have to learn to not rely on the brakes to thrust you forward off the launch of the jump. And pretty much all the brakes do is it just helps assist you to get the perfect snap. If you can learn how to get that snap without the brakes, then you're good. Essentially you're going to do the same thing. You're going to lean back on the way up the jump. You're going to kind of jerk back just before you go off the launch, but you're going to have to figure out how to throw your weight forward just as effectively. I've done a couple brakeless front flips in the foam pit before just fine. Pretty much it's just all about getting that perfect snap. The brakes just help assist you in the beginning. So let's say you're starting to try this trick on resi now, or maybe a wooden jump, and you start to under-rotate. What you need to do is stay tucked up in that ball for as long as you can to try and get as much rotation as you can. Then last second, you're going to take your feet off the pedals and kind of open up and try and lessen the impact. That's what makes this trick so dangerous, is when it doesn't go right, you typically under-rotate and land in your butt. It's inevitable, especially in the learning process, but it's good to learn how to do that a couple of times on resi before you take it to wood, for instance. And that's just the nature of front flips. That's just kind of a heads up. You will under-rotate and land in your butt sometimes.
Oh my God.
Oops. So now let's say you're over-rotating. If you're over-rotating your front flip, pretty much you're going to stay tucked up in a ball until you see your landing, and you're going to kind of open up quickly or slowly depending on how fast you're over-rotating. Pretty much once you open up, your rotation kind of slows down a great deal, and usually you'll be able to land the trick even if you're over-rotating in the beginning. So there you have it. That's how to front flip. It's a really fun trick once you get the hang of it. It's a little painful in the beginning, you know, under-rotating and such, but once you get it, it's a fun trick. It's cool exploring different ramps with it, you know, sending in on a big jump or a small jump, and it's just a cool feeling trick. So hopefully this how-to helped you guys out, and have fun trying front flips.